Welcome to Wizards of the Tower.
Roleplay.
We are here at
Padre Island National Seashore down in Texas, and we're going to do board at the beach.
or more specifically, Pirate Borg at the beach. So, this is kind of a first.
Yeah, we've never done Pirate Borg at the beach, and I've never done Pirate Borg. So.
And I've never harbor mastered. So,
we're going to do it.
We are going to get started here.
Yep. Just in case you think we're lying, turn the camera around and show them that we're actually at the beach.
There's the beach.
Yeah. Alrighty.
There we go, folks. Alright.
Okay.
Spin this thing around, boys.
Alright.
So, we're going to introduce Tom's character.
Okay.
Now this is a pre-generated character that we pulled up off of the Pirate Borg character creation.
Yep.
And Tom, you can describe what he kind of looks like and everything.
Character sheet. Okay. His name is Joachim Brother Gillard. He's a buccaneer. He has a musket. That's his weapon. He has reload, focused aim, and his strength is +0. His agility is -1. His presence is +2, his toughness is +0, his spirit is -1. Let's see here. His background, he was a castaway, and let's see, his distinctive flaws is he's a coward. Physical ailments, he never blinks, ever. Idiosyncrasies, why pay for anything when you can steal it? He's a thief. Unfortunate incidents in his background, well, he slaughtered them all, like animals, probably his previous crew. Let's see here. He has clothes, common clothes. He has a bicorn hat. And his container is a satchel for 8 normal-sized items. He has flint and steel. And his valuable item is a fine bottle of rum.
All right. So, Tom's going to roll his Devil's Luck. He gets 2d4, or a d2.
D2.
Of Devil's Luck. So he's going to roll a d4 here.
A 2.
So he's got 2 Devil's Luck. Or 1 Devil's Luck, excuse me. So he's going to mark that right there.
I'll put a 1.
Devil's Luck, a 1.
Yep.
Okay. Now he can use that. Devil's Luck is used to change a die roll at any time he wants, or to re-roll a die if he wants to.
Yep.
So, Joachim, you and the crew of the Sea Feather are sailing. It's a merchant ship.
Wait, he's on a merchant ship?
He's on a merchant ship right now.
What kind of crazy guy let him on a merchant ship? He's a buccaneer.
He needed a job.
Ah, okay.
And they thought that maybe having a buccaneer would help protect them in case they were ever attacked.
By other buccaneers.
Other buccaneers or pirates.
Or his friends.
Or the friends he slaughtered, coming
like
back
animals.
from the dead.
Come back from the dead. Okay. He's on
And
the Sea Feather.
It's on the Sea Feather.
All right.
And they're sailing and they hit the doldrums. And everyone's kind of, doldrums, I'm a bad luck, bad luck.
Yep.
Night settles in and everyone's kind of settled in for the night. And Joachim is on deck, walking around, just kind of keeping an eye, and nothing else to do right now. And this eerie fog comes in and settles in. Coming out of the depths of the fog, the vicious oyster, headed for Her Majesty's ship, the Sea Feather.
Okay. An eerie fog.
An eerie fog settles in.
Okay.
And Joachim's best friend, Tommy.
He has a friend?
He has a friend on the ship.
Okay.
Tommy.
Okay.
Tommy's like, Joachim, I don't like this. This is This is bad.
Why is it bad?
Doldrums in this fog.
What could possibly be worse?
That's when Captain Scultopus is
That's
known
true.
to attack.
That's true.
We better keep our eye open.
Well, I never blink, ever. So my eyes are always open.
You're sitting there, standing there, walking around deck, just kind of keep an eye out, and it gets really thick, and it starts to turn green and eerie.
Green's bad.
Horrible.
Yeah. Green's bad.
What are you doing right now, Joachim?
I'm staring into the fog because I never blink, ever.
As Joachim is standing there, he's looking out. Which direction are you looking on the side of the ship?
As a lookout, I'm probably up by the wheel, trying to keep a steady beam. So I'm probably eyeballing left and right. Let's say I'm holding on to the wheel like this. Like just put it in gear. We're talking about a ship, so I'm holding on. Probably a tiller like this. And I'm looking that way. To the left.
All right.
Looking to port.
Just about that time, you see this prow of this ship coming in fast. Unknown to the crew of the Seafeather, they are about to be attacked by the vicious oyster and Captain Scultopus. As it hits the Seafeather, and it shakes, and give me an agility check.
Alright, agility.
Your target is 12.
-1. What do I roll?
So you roll a d20. So Tom's going to roll his d20 here.
Well, that's a 1.
That's a 1. Oh.
-1.
Okay, that's a fumble.
That's a 0.
So, tell me what happens to Joachim when the ship hits.
He goes spinning ass over tin cups back into his buddy, knocks both of them back against the rail, and it's up to you whether he falls overboard or he just rolls into the rail real hard.
Let's say you roll into the rail really hard.
Okay.
And give me a D4.
How many hit points does he have?
He's got 5 hit points.
Oh, that's not good.
Give me a D4.
Okay. That's a 2.
He slams hard against the railing and he takes 2 points of damage, leaving himself 3. So here's your hit points. There.
Okay, so I got 3 now. Oh boy, that's no good.
And all of a sudden, as you're laying there,
Yeah.
the ship crashing, you can hear the groan of the ship as timbers crack.
Crack and groan.
And you see undead piling over the prow of the other ship, over the railing of your ship, onto the ship.
We're talking about undead people here, right?
Right, like
Okay.
skeletons and zombies.
Okay, skeletons. All right.
What is Joachim doing?
Well, he's stunned. He's laying there on his back. He's hurt. He's probably staring in disbelief, going, holy crap. Now he's a coward. So, do I have to roll to get up and run?
No, you can get up and run.
All right, I'm going to get up and run. Nowhere to run to, but I will run as far as I can to the fantail of the ship.
Okay, so we're going to go into an initiative here.
All right.
So, we're going to roll a d6,
Okay.
and Tom's going to roll a d6. My dice are white, Tom's is metal.
I'm bronze.
So, I rolled a 4.
I rolled a 6.
So, Tom and the crew of the Seafeather will actually go first.
Okay.
So, what is Joachim doing?
He runs to the back of the fantail of the ship and prepares to cut loose the little boat that hangs there.
The dinghy.
The dinghy.
Okay.
Yep.
So, you grab one of the boarding axes that
Yep.
are there,
Yep.
and you start whacking on it.
I'm starting to whack on the ropes that hold it so it'll drop into the water.
And as he's whacking, you see those little miniatures here. You hear your friend Tommy scream out in pain. Here's our ship. Now this is his friend Tommy. This is a skeleton and a skeleton. This is a skeleton. This is Joachim here.
Yep, that's
A
yours.
skeleton.
Yep.
And he doesn't know where the other crew is.
Nope.
So he hears a cry of pain as Tommy screams out. And Tommy only has 2 hit points. So Tommy takes a hit. And Tommy, you hear, and you hear the other crew starting to scream.
Yoakum, where are you? Yoakum, help us. This is the captain, Yoakum. You've abandoned your post. Where are you?
Yoakum.
Yoakum.
As these 3 skeletons come in, give me a agility check.
Agility. That's probably not the best.
I'll give you a 10 on this one. So what's your agility?
-1.
So you take -1 whatever you roll.
13.
Okay,
so
12.
Yeah.
Okay, so you hear the boat splash as you look back over and you see these 3 skeletons swarming in on you.
Yep.
And you just have about enough time to probably dive over into the water.
All right, I'll jump. I'll jump for the boat.
You land hard, knocking yourself out,
Okay.
and that's the last thing you remember.
Okay.
So, Yoakum. You don't know how long you've been out, but you hear the waves crashing against the surf, and you wake up, and your dinghy is on a beach.
Okay.
So Yoakum is now on the beach,
Okay.
on an island he doesn't know.
Oh. Bad.
That's bad.
Bad.
And we're gonna fade out for that. As Yoakum comes to, he finds himself on an island, his little dinghy resting on the shore. As he looks up, he sees nothing but sand. Sand everywhere, as far as you can see. He looks out, water. Doesn't know where he's at. As Yoakum is sitting there in the dinghy on the beach, looking at the sand and beach, as far as you can see in waves, kind of an overcast sky.
Yeah.
What is Yoakum doing?
He's taking stock of the stuff that he has with him. So he has his musket, which is strapped over his back.
20 rounds.
20 rounds. He has his hat. He has some clothes. They're my decent clothes. Let me look real quick and see.
They're common clothes.
Even common clothes are better than no clothes. Woo! He has common clothes. He has a bicorn hat. He has to make sure his hat's still on his head. He has a musket, and he has a container, a satchel, which he probably had strapped around his back. And then he has a flint and steel, and he has a fine bottle of rum. So Yoakum, the first thing he does is go, whoo, whoo, escape that one.
Takes a big swig of his rum.
Looks around again. Tries to figure out a way to start a fire. He's got his flint and steel, so he's going to go look for some fire starting stuff.
Yeah, as you're walking around the beach, you do see some driftwood.
Okay, that's good. So he's going to try to start a fire, like a signal fire.
So you find
Oh, what time of day is it?
You figure it's probably late morning.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, well, he's going to still get a fire going.
So you're crawling out of the dinghy. Joachim crawls out of the dinghy, and he starts walking down the beach, collecting what pieces of driftwood he can find.
Yep.
And most of it's fairly dry as he's moving.
Yeah.
The tide is out right now.
Okay.
And he gets enough to probably start a small fire.
Okay.
So, Joachim, why don't you give me a spirit test to try and start that fire?
No, not too good. I have a -1 spirit.
Rolls a 19.
18 then. Start a fire.
It's 19, isn't it?
Well, I got a -1
Oh, yes.
spirit.
He rolls an 18.
Yep, 18.
So he starts it. First thing, boom, goes up.
Cool.
And what are you going to do from there, Joachim?
I'm going to keep feeding a little bit of wood to it and make sure it's going good. Then I'm going to kind of look around and see if anybody notices it.
Well, as you look around, you don't see anybody. You don't see anybody or anything.
No ships?
No
Nothing?
ships, no nothing. You just hear the waves crashing in on the beach.
Well, he'll sit there and he'll open up his bottle of rum, take a big old swig, and put it back, and try to figure out how he's going to get out of this fine kettle of fish.
As you look further down the beach, you think you see something laying on the beach.
Laying on the beach. Okay. How far away?
It's probably 50 or 100 yards as you really look.
Okay, well, he'll bank the fire a little bit so it doesn't spread, and then he'll take his musket down, prime it, get it ready just in case it's something dangerous like an undead. And then he'll walk down and investigate what he sees laying on the beach.
You make your way down the beach, and as you get closer, it looks like one of the crew that served with you from the Sea Feather.
Oh, from the Sea Feather.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it looks like it's the captain,
Oh.
but he's not breathing.
Oh, poor cat.
But he's got a fine cutlass,
He sure does.
and he's also got a hat,
Yeah.
and he's got a whetstone, and he's got the binocular.
Oh, the telescope.
Telescope.
Oh, my.
But his clothes are soaking wet.
Oh, yeah, well. He'll grab the captain, drag his body up away from the water, kind of up closer to the dunes. Then he'll strip the captain's body, take everything he can off him.
Okay?
Yep.
So mark it down. You got yourself a cutlass.
Okay.
It'll do a D6 of damage.
One D6 or 2?
1d6.
Okay.
You have his telescope. It's in his case.
Okay. Okay.
He has a whetstone to sharpen his sword with, his cutlass. And then there's his jacket. It's kind of an old uniform, but
Call it a captain's coat. How about that? Captain's coat.
captain's coat. Okay?
All right, nice. Boy, he's got a nice captain's coat to put on. Stay warm. What's the captain's hat look like? Gone?
Yeah, his hat is gone.
Oh well, poor captain. So he'll dress himself. Well, he'll take the captain's clothes, and put them by the fire and kind of dry them up. Prop them up with some sticks and kind of put them by the fire and dry them, and then he'll go and you look at the captain and he'll say, Captain, I barely knew you. You seemed like a decent sort, so I say to you now, there, Captain, to Neptune you go, and from the earth you came, to the sea you lived, but back to the earth you go. And I'll pop open my rum, take a swig, spit it out on the captain, and I'll take another big swig. But it's nice to have a final drink with you, Captain. But back to the earth you go, and I'll roll him back into the sand and cover him up.
Okay. So you spend about 30 minutes burying the captain.
Okay.
And you look, like I said, all you see is sand dunes and sand.
Oh my goodness.
Sky is gray. It might rain later. You can feel the moisture in the air. What are you gonna do? You got your dinghy sitting there.
Yeah, I'll pull the dinghy up closer because I could tip it on its side and have some shelter. And so I'll pull it up closer to the fire, and I'll roll it over on its side and prop it up with some driftwood so I can crawl underneath it, make kind of like a bed if I have to. Anything else in the dinghy was in there?
That was it.
That was it? Okay, well, I'll do the best I can to make a scoop out a little shelter under there, and I'm not going in there yet because it's daytime, but if it does start raining, I will go up underneath it.
There was probably a couple of oars, but when you jumped in, the boat rocked in the oars.
Sure. Those oars, they were fine ladies, but when I jumped in, they rocked and fell out. So, what can you say? Those oars, they abandoned ship. They were smart enough to abandon ship too. Those oars.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll just kind of get ready to keep the fire banked.
Okay.
And I'll keep my eye out for another ship passing by.
You're starting to get hungry as the day starts to drag on.
Yeah,
and you don't see nothing as you keep pulling out your spyglass and you look and you don't see nothing out there. It's just open water.
I'll go out to the tidal zone there and gather a few clams in the sand.
Okay, give me a presence check.
Hey, +2. That's pretty good. Hold on. 17.
Oh.
Plus 19 then presence.
Yeah, so you actually find some clams.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have a clam bake.
Okay.
So I'll take the cutlass and I'll chop the clams open and pull the meat out, lay them on some sticks, put them all close to the fire and heat up some clams, have clam bake.
All right, well, good job.
Yeah.
So, as night draws in, you're finishing off your clams and you're thinking, wow, and the rain starts to pour.
Shoot. Well, I'll pull some...
Oceans get rough and you can hear it crashing.
Pull some dry firewood back under the boat with me so I can start a fire later.
Okay.
I'll bank the fire. I try to keep it lit, but until the rain puts it out, I'll just basically let it go out if it goes out. So that's what I have to do. But I'll be crawling underneath the boat dinghy and use it for shelter.
All right. So, Joachim is sleeping underneath his ship, and the surf is crashing hard as the storm is rolling in.
Oh my goodness, terrible.
And he hears through the fog in the distance.
There's fog now.
The fog is starting to roll in.
Is it night?
It's night.
Okay.
And you hear off in the distance, you hear the sound of the most beautiful woman singing an enchanting song.
Oh man, he's not alone after all. That's great. Well, he's got to take a look. Unfortunately, it's pitch black outside.
It's pitch black outside, and you can still hear the raining hitting the dinghy.
Okay. Well, he had pulled some firewood in under the dinghy with him. So he'll take some sticks and bind them up a little bit. He'll use some sea grape vines that you can find back in the sand dunes there. And he'll bind some sticks together and make a crude torch.
Okay. Let's give it a presence check.
Alright. +2. Oh, look at that. 18.
16 plus is +2.
18.
All right, so he manages to get it lit pretty quickly, in fact.
Yeah.
And you've got this fire. Now, it's raining. You're going to have it underneath the dinghy?
Well, I'm gonna get it going good, and then I'm gonna kind of quickly step out from the dinghy and kind of hold it up and look around and see if I see anything.
You don't really see anything, but off to your left, you can hear the singing coming.
Really? Getting closer?
No.
Okay, but you can hear it. That's where it's
you
coming
can
from.
hear it.
All right, well, it is raining, but he does have a torch, so he'll kind of like put his hand, not over the torch, but kind of in front of it to keep the rain from splashing. And you'll kind of start walking over toward the sound of the singing.
Okay. Well, as you're doing that, your torch eventually goes out from the ring.
Okay. So it's pitch black outside.
Right. And as you're walking down the beach, it's like I said, it's pitch black.
Yep.
And you can feel the water splashing up on you from the surf.
Yep.
And you see this rock. And you see this shape sitting on this rock.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And you can't fully make it out, but it's definitely humanoid shape.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
Well, he heard the singing, he saw the shape on the rock. If he's a buccaneer, he's been around, he's probably thinking it's a mermaid.
Okay?
Yep.
You gonna keep going closer?
Well, let's see. Mermaids can be good or bad. What do you think, in his experience, what he would know about mermaids?
It could be good or bad.
Yeah, okay. He eyeballs the shape for a second. Then he figures, what the hell, I'm alone on the beach. I'm going to go see what's up.
Okay.
So he'll walk over there.
So Welcome makes his way down the beach and he hears the singing and he sees this really curvaceous figure as she's combing her hair with looks like made out of seashell.
Oh, nice.
And you see this fish in the lower half of her. And as she's singing, she looks at you and stops. And she just kind of looks at you. What is Joachim doing?
How well can you see her?
You can make her out. You can see that she's curvaceous, but you can't really see her. But you can tell that she's probably looking at you right now.
Joachim will go, hey, are we alone? Are we the only two people here on this beach?
You're the only person here.
Wow.
Sailor boy.
Oh yeah, man, I don't know how I ended up here. Where am I?
You are on the island of Lost Souls.
Oh, Lost Souls. Never heard of that place before. Wow, I was marooned on an island once before. I'm don't really like being here. Could you tell me where I am and how I can get off and where I need to go to get away?
Maybe you should leave the beach and explore.
Oh, that's good advice.
Maybe you should just wait here.
Well, I could take either one of them, I suppose.
There might be a ship that passes on the other side, maybe.
Maybe, yeah, well.
But maybe not. Or maybe you could join me.
Well, I'd like to, but I kind of have this idea that, you're a creature of the sea and I'm a creature of the land, so it probably wouldn't work. I'll go back to my shelter over here. Yeah, it's too bad. I'll go back to my shelter over here and huddle under until the rain stops.
Have it your way.
Okay, have it your way. That's my way, actually. So I'm going back to my shelter.
So he walks back to the shelter.
Thinking that he dodged a bullet. He dodges like, whoo!
You hear the singing again. And then all of a sudden, it stops. And as you make your way back to the dinghy, you see the shape sitting there on the beach.
Yeah.
Kind of propping herself up.
Yeah.
Is this your home?
Wait, where's the shape?
It's right by your dinghy.
Oh, there's a shape by the dinghy.
Yeah.
Is it the mermaid?
It's the mermaid.
Oh, she got over there all of a sudden. I come back.
Fish can swim.
Oh, swim on land apparently.
No, she jumped in
the water and beat me there. Okay. So she asked me if this is my home.
Yes.
Well, no, this isn't my home. This is my camp. This is where I'm hanging out.
Won't you please join me?
In the water? Well, I wouldn't work, you see, because I'm a creature of the land and you're a creature of the sea.
Oh, but you'll be fine.
I don't like the water that much. I can't swim.
But aren't you a sailor?
I'm a sailor.
You can't swim?
I can't swim. I'm a misunderstood sailor. People keep thinking I can swim, but I really can't. That's why I had to use this boat to get here.
As you're standing there,
plus 2 presence.
As you're standing there, just kind of admiring this beautiful, beautiful mermaid
With the fish tail.
with a fishtail, the sun starts to break over the horizon.
Oh, nice.
And she says, since you won't join me, I will leave you.
Alright.
And she flops and goes back in the water, and you see her jumping.
Okay.
As the storm starts to end and the day starts to rise.
Good deal. Dodge that bullet. Woo!
What is Joachim doing now?
Well, she gave him pretty good advice. She said, why don't you explore the interior of the island? Or maybe there's a ship on the other side. So, figures it's probably easier to walk than it is to sail all the way around the island. So he's going to start walking inland.
Oh,
We'll find a path maybe through the dunes and walk in and see what's in the middle of the island.
all right. So a little interesting piece of information. Now, this is a great fun thing of why we're playing Pirate Borg at the beach here. Is in the 1600s there were 3 Spanish ships.
I think it was the 1500s.
Maybe it was the 1500s, late 1500s.
Yeah, late 1500s.
But there were 3 Spanish ships that were sailing off the coast here.
They were trying to make their way around the Gulf from Florida, around the Gulf to Veracruz down in Mexico. And these
No, they were coming up from Veracruz. What they were doing, they were headed back because they had treasure. They were loaded full of treasure.
oh, so they were going up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they ran into a bad storm, and all 3 ships wrecked here, not far out into these waters.
Yep, yep,
And I think there were about 300 survivors at the time.
yep.
And those survivors made their way on the beach. It was men and women and a few children. And they decided that they were going to try and make it back to Veracruz, which, if you go kind of south and west along the coast, kind of in the direction, that's kind of south and west,
They were going to walk.
and make their way to Veracruz. Now, it was going to be a long walk.
Oh, yeah.
Because you got to remember, we're in Corpus Christi, Texas right now, and they were attacked many times by Native Americans.
I mean, if you were walking from right now, it'd be roughly 200 miles, maybe a little more, down to the border of Mexico at the Rio Grande, where it enters in.
All right.
And then you'd have to keep walking, I don't know how many miles, along the coast down to Veracruz, which is a long way. So that's a long walk.
Right. Along their way, they were attacked by natives,
Yep.
and many of them were killed.
Yep.
Quite a few of them. I think there were, I don't remember the exact number, but there wasn't that many that made it back to Veracruz.
Very few.
And
Many of them were taken captive.
Right.
They were enslaved. Some of them were eaten.
right,
Many of them were just outright killed. Sometimes they were deceptively. Some tribes would show up and say, "We'll help you get through this next area of these terrible tribes that are next. These people next door. You've got to get through them. We'll help you, but you've got to give us some stuff like some of your buttons, and
your
your
weapons,
shoes, and your weapons." So they would surrender some stuff, and then that tribe would run away and leave them. And then they would keep walking, and then the tribe that they were supposed to be protected from would attack them and kill a bunch and drag them off, eat them. They would have a fight, but they would always keep going, keep going down there, and starving to death, and it was terrible.
well, advance the time many years, a couple hundred years.
Several hundred.
Yeah, and the shipwrecks were actually found.
Yep, they were discovered.
They were discovered. Now, those shipwrecks, some of the artifacts are in the Texas Museum or the Corpus Christi Museum of Natural History, which we'll actually are going to be there while we're here. We're going to interchange some of that.
Yeah, we're going to go there and see it. We've been there before, but we're going to spend more time.
Right. So while we're going to try and take some pictures, and we'll add them into this.
Yep.
So that way you can kind of get an idea of some of the goodies and the treasures and the ships that they were on.
Yep.
They were little small caravels.
They did consider this coast very, very dangerous because of the shifting sandbars
And the storms.
and the storms. So this is sort of, a stormy coast and a very dangerous place to sail. The sandbars are very shallow. They come up out of nowhere. They ground your ship or tear your ship up. That any dangerous place to sail.
All right, we're going to continue on now with Pirate Borg at the beach. Welcome. As you make your way up the dunes through a little cutaway, kind of like up through there, like where it's right behind Tom, or Joachim as we'll call him.
Yep.
And as he makes his way up, he crosses over a bigger dune, and he can see a jungle and a small mountain, not far into the distance. So you figure that if you can get on top of that little mountain, you can see a long ways, and you might be able to see something.
Probably. Sounds about right.
So what are you going to do, Joachim?
Well, I'm going to have to, I'll check my supplies and make sure I still got my cutlass and my rifle and my musket. And keep the musket loaded, ready to go. Sling it on my back, satchel. Wearing my captain's coat, got my bicone hat.
Cutlass.
Got my cutlass ready. I may have to, kind of chop my way through the jungle, but we're gonna start. We're gonna find a likely path, and we're gonna head our way.
You couldn't hear that. He's going to head his way into the jungle. We had a dragon flying overhead. Okay, Joachim, so you make your way, you find a trail through the jungle.
Okay.
Looks like maybe something has been through here at one point or another.
Sure.
And you make your way along this trail, winding
Through the jungle.
right, hacking your way. And it's really humid out.
Yeah.
So as you are walking, cutting your way, you don't know how long, but you're starting to get a little hungry from all the exercise and getting really thirsty.
Oh yeah.
And
I mean, I can drink my rum, but that's not what I need. I need some water and some food.
you think you can hear a little trickle of a stream.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, I hear a little trickle of the stream. I'm gonna try to find it.
Okay? You make your way up the path, you come across this little stream running, cutting this little gouge down through the jungle.
Okay.
There's everything everywhere. Mosquitoes are
Oh boy.
thick.
Yep. Slapping at them. Okay, I want that water.
Okay.
That water.
Okay?
Okay.
So you can bend down and drink from it.
Well, I scoop some up my hand and slurp it.
That's kind of fresh water.
Oh, good. I need that. It's good. I'll drink as much as I can.
You think you see a slightly ripened bunch of bananas.
Oh, okay. I'll go over there and examine them. I'll take a look at them, make sure they're the right kind of bananas, but I'll peel one or two off and sample them. Oh, monkeys. Monkeys.
Lots of monkeys. You hear them. Howler monkeys.
Oh, boy, monkeys.
Howling in the jungle.
I don't like monkeys.
So you get your fill of the drink,
Okay.
and you start cutting your way back through this overgrown path,
All right.
and you come across, it looks like some old stone, overgrown.
Oh, okay. Does it look like it's worked? Like it's been
Looks like it has been worked.
like it's big giant blocks?
Yeah, but it's overgrown.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
What is Joachim doing?
He'll take a closer look at them. He'll kind of hack away some of the debris, and pull it away. He'll take a closer look at it and see.
Yeah.
What does it look like? Yeah, looks like it could be an old wall, or maybe
Old wall.
maybe
Yeah.
an old walkway, or who knows.
Old
what.
wall.
Yeah.
So as you clear it out, and you're cutting away,
Take a fine sip of my fine rum.
and I'm going to take a fine sip of this nice rum.
All right. Okay.
It looks like it's probably an old structure. Maybe an old ancient native structure. Temple that's overgrown and maybe have been falling apart,
You're gonna tumble down and kind of
tumble down.
overgrown by the jungle.
Wow.
Yeah. Take a look at it. Get a closer look at the
Okay.
stone. Okay.
As you take a closer look at it, you see a pile of bones.
Ooh. I'll look closer. Are they human bones?
They are human bones.
Ooh, like skull.
There's a skull, and it looks like it's laying there in pieces,
Oh yeah.
not together.
Okay, good, good. Well, I'll take the tip of the cutlass and I'll kind of go and scatter the bones a little bit and try to figure out, wow, you know, is this any artifacts there, any jewelry, any pieces of clothing, anything, kind of poke around.
As you're poking around,
Yeah.
you hear this, as this dart goes right by your head.
Oh boy, that's bad. I'll duck and run and get behind the stone.
Okay, let's roll an initiative here.
D20?
D20. I have a 9.
I have a 5.
Okay. So, as Yakum is ducked behind some cover,
Yep.
he hears nothing.
Okay.
And he's looking around. You got your gun level there?
You must be ready.
Okay. Give me an agility check.
Okay.
And your target is 12.
Oh yeah, because I got a -1, so I'd be it's a 14.
Okay, so as Yakum is standing there looking around, he hears this other arrow, this other dart, shoots right by him again, thunk, right into the tree. What's Yakum doing? You think you see this face with this dart, this blowgun, long blowgun.
Yeah.
It's kind of a dark skin.
Sure. He'll cut loose with his musket.
Okay, so give me a D12, add in your presence. Not a D12, a D20, excuse me.
Yep. Presence is a +2.
Okay.
7.
Oh, 7, so that's a 9.
That's a 9.
So Yoakum fires his musket. Boom! And he hears it thunk into a tree. And as he's like, oh shit, I missed!
Yep.
What are you doing? Are you gonna...
I'm gonna try to reload.
Okay. So he starts to reload his gun.
Yep.
And as he hears another thump, give me another defense.
D20
D20
with a presence.
with agility.
Agility, -1. Okay. 7.
Oh.
6.
By the way, you got one of your hit points back from spinning the knife.
Thank you. So it's no longer a 3, it is a 4.
So, as Yoakum's reloading, he feels this dart hitting.
Oh, that's bad. That's got to be bad.
As he takes 2 points of damage from this dart.
Wow. Down to 2.
Down to 2 points.
Okay.
So, Yoakum, you've got your move action and you've got your attack action. So you used your move action last time to start reloading.
Yep.
And you're going to use your reload and then you can make another fire. You're going to shoot at the...
I think I'm going to back up away from the stone.
Okay.
Try to get back farther into the stones.
Okay, so he uses his other action to move deeper into the stones,
All right. Yep.
and you take cover there.
Yeah.
And you hear this,
Bad. That's bad.
there may be more.
There may be more.
And what are you doing? It's your action.
I'm
You
gonna
hear this kind of moving towards you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to find a place to ford up in the stones. Find a place where they can't get me from the back or the sides.
Okay.
Kind of a place to barricade myself back in there and get ready. I'll lay out my musket.
Okay.
I'll lay out my cutlass.
You
and I'm
see-
gonna get ready to fight.
You see this guy sneaking along. He's looking for you. He's got his
Yeah.
blowgun ready.
Yeah.
It's your action.
All right. I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay, make an attack roll with your presence.
+2 presence.
Make sure we get the die roll here.
A 3. Oh,
he
that's
cracks
good.
off another round and he misses. Kaboom! Boom.
Now, does the sound of this gun scare this guy and make him run and jump?
Let's see. Oh yeah, he's never heard the thunder stick before.
Oh, yeah.
I rolled a 15.
Yeah, thunderstick. Yeah.
I'll actually let you roll it.
All right, I'll roll.
I'll let you roll it.
Thunderstick. Is he upset? No, I rolled a 16.
16. Oh, okay.
Is that a good or bad?
That's good because your target is 12.
Okay.
We're going to give it a target of 14 because
So
he's
he
never heard
really
the
is.
boom stick.
Okay, so if I'd have rolled high, if I'd have rolled low,
He wouldn't scare it off.
all right. So I rolled 16, he's scared off.
Right. So your target was 10
Okay,
because he was easier to scare,
gotcha.
and you rolled a 16.
Yep.
So you were above the 12, which
Okay.
is what you want.
That's what I want.
So he looks up in shock, and this time he flees.
Okay, runs away. Gotcha.
Right. He's not familiar with this boomstick. So
Okay.
what is Joachim gonna do?
He's gonna reload.
Okay, so he spins his round, he reloads.
He's got 17 shots left.
Okay,
20, 19, he's got 18 shots
18
left.
shots.
I'll write that down. 18, okay. He reloads.
All right.
Gets ready, looks around, doesn't see anything. But
As you're looking, give me a presence check.
okay. 2.
So you don't
It's a 4.
you don't see anything.
Yeah, I'm rolling like crap.
Give me an agility check.
Oh boy, let's roll even worse now. -1. Hey,
Oh,
1.
hey, 1. That is a fumble.
Okay.
So what happens when Joachim hears this from behind him? No, don't forget you got Devil's Luck.
What's the devil's luck do?
Devil's Luck can make me make a re-die roll.
I'm gonna re-roll it.
Okay. So Joachim's going to use a Devil's Luck.
Oh, man. It's a 2. So I guess he gets hit in the back of the neck by a...
Joachim gets hit in the back of the neck for a point of damage.
I'm down to 1 now.
He's down to 1.
Bad. Okay. Oh!
What is Joachim doing at this point?
I got a little reloaded gun, so I'm gonna turn
Okay.
around. Do I
You
see
turn
him back
around,
there?
you see the guy standing there as he's getting ready to drop another dart into him.
Okay.
So you want to try and shoot him?
I'm gonna... How close is he?
He's pretty close. He's easily within shot range.
Well, how close is that?
You could actually, if you wanted to pull your cutlass and charge him if you wanted.
I'm going to take my barrel of my musket and put it in the end of his blowgun and then raise it up and
Okay.
fire through his blowgun into him.
Okay, you have to take a few steps to do that.
All right, I will.
Okay, so give me a... I'm going to give you a... Since you're at point blank range, I'm going to give you a target of 8.
And what's my advantage? Agility?
No, your presence, +2.
Okay. Roll good. I rolled off. Roll good. All right. 17.
17 plus 2.
Yeah.
All right. So Joachim sticks the gun up into the tip of the blowgun, and he pulls the trigger, and the pygmy's head the native's head just splatters all over the place.
Yeah, he grabs it, he's like, I got you now. Sticks it in the end of it, he's like, ha ha, here's one for you.
Boom!
And the guy, pygmy's head goes,
And he just drops. Okay, you know at least there's one other one out there. What are you going to do now, Joachim?
I'm going to reload.
Okay? So Joachim reloads.
Yep.
And as Joachim reloads, the other one starts coming back. You can see him looking around for you.
Yep.
Let's see if he sees you. He doesn't see Joachim.
Okay.
You rolled a 5.
All right.
What are you doing, Joachim?
I am going to take like a broken piece of stone, and I'm going to throw it past him to make a sound on the other side of him to get him to turn his back on
Okay.
me.
Go ahead and you roll it.
I thought you rolled pretty
No,
good.
no, we're going to have you roll it.
An 8.
Okay.
Well, what's my plus? What do you want me to put on there?
We're going to use that as your agility.
7.
Okay. So just as you heave it, it lands and he looks right at you, but you still got your shot. That's your movement action.
Yeah. Okay. I will shoot him.
Okay, roll your attack roll. That's your presence.
Okay.
Well, good.
7.
7. Your shot goes whizzing by him, and he jumps.
Okay.
As he turns, and he blows the blow dart.
Yep.
Roll your agility to see if he blows the blow dart. We'll see what happens to Yoakum.
7.
Okay, so Yoakum takes a hit, and he goes unconscious.
Yep. He's down to 0. If
He's
I
at
lose
0.
that last point, I'm at 0.
That was at 0. So Yoakum is there. He's laying there, and he starts to fade out.
Okay.
What's the last thing that Yoakum is thinking about as this dart hits him?
Oh, he's thinking he was trying to save all that rum, and now he's thinking he should have just went ahead and drank it all up.
As he fades
Fades away.
into the darkness.
Yep.
And there we have Pirate Borg at the beach.
Pirate Borg at the beach.
Yoakum did not make it off the island. So that's kind of a rough way of playing Pirate Borg. That was my first time running
Good,
it.
though. That's pretty fun.
This is all off the top of my head because we just decided when we came down here that we were going to play some Pirate Borg at the beach.
So some Borg at the beach. Now, another thing we could do, of course, is we could do Borg at the beach again, or we could do Borg at the Bay.
Borg at the Bay.
Which we could go on Corpus Christi Bay. We could find a place. Or we could do Borg at the beach again, which would be also nice because we got a 7-day pass to come down here. The next time we come down, it may be a little cooler, but we do have layers we can put on.
Yeah.
This is Malachite Beach. Actually, is a really, really nice place to sit. It's really nice. It's got a picnic table. And probably bring some snacks next time.
Yeah, kind of getting hungry.
Yeah. So
But anyway, we hope you enjoyed this impromptu Pirate Borg at the beach.
Yeah.
And just kind of a little fun over it. Like I said, first time harbor asking, first time Tom's playing. Trying to kind of get him used to the rules because we're trying to get him into a Pirate Borg group that I play online.
Okay.
So anyway, we hope you have many great adventures and that you like, share, subscribe. And anyway, thanks for watching Wizards of the Tower.
Role play.
And may all your adventures be epic.
And keep on rolling.
Don't die.